Oh, and by the way, why am I doing a character assassination right now? I mean, shouldn't we really be talking about the person who was the body expert who claimed that Bernie Sanders is lying because he's a turtle? We're going to get to that. In the meantime, let me have this. It's cathartic for me, you see. I know it's not journalism, but this isn't a journalistic show. This is an opinion piece. I'm a piece of human garbage, and I'm going to enjoy the character assassination that I'm about to engage in. It's petty, it's childish, it's not becoming, it's gauche. All of the above? Sure. But in the meantime... the Bernie slandering. The campaign against Bernie Sanders has been in effect for some time, and it has been somewhat inconsequential. It definitely resulted in Bernie Sanders getting about 4 million new donations to his campaign, which is fantastic. It also resulted in, that kind of ugly rhetoric you're seeing online right now. Some people are tarnishing what is called Bernie bros with the brush of being sexist online. Although there's a large contingent of women who happen to be Bernie Sanders supporters. I believe over 60% of Bernie Sanders supporters are female right now. So that being said, at the same time, you might be calling them the Bernie broads who are getting angry and upset about this. Nevertheless, MSNBC brought, let's just say, incredulity to brand new heights by bringing in a body language expert to tell us that Bernie Sanders is in fact lying.
Dust up between the two of them is that scandals hurt you more when they seem plausible, right? I mean, Bernie Sanders does have a sort of physicality, when he talks that is a shaking your finger at Hillary Clinton, shaking your finger, shovey, weirdy. His physicality makes me think, he could have said, listen, I think in this environment a woman can't win. That doesn't seem like a crazy
Well, first of all, I
I
think Bernie's lying. We see him; he slouches forward anyway, Joy. But here he turtles. If you look at his eye level, where he normally answers. Turtle. Questions. When he makes the denial, his whole shoulders come up like a little kid getting caught. His eye level is below his shoulders. This is trying to hide in plain sight. And many of us, we don't know what to look for. So if you look for this right out of the gate, and the strongest denial is simply saying no. And I think women in particular, we want to believe human beings. So we're like, I would say that. He literally said, well, as a matter of fact, I didn't say it. That's 9 words. Unnecessary. No. Did you vote for Donald Trump in the last election?
Absolutely no.
Right? So no. Did you dress up as an Easter bunny on Easter?
Absolutely no.
Right? So it's no. We say no. Absolutely is actually not the strongest denial. You're playing with me here in the game, but at least you're getting the no in here. We're not hearing the no with Bernie. Also with Bernie, he has numerous hotspots. He says, well. Liars like to start with well. He looks away. He laughs. I think he might have been coached to laugh in this moment. A lot of politicians are coached to laugh in the difficult times. So we're focused on the laughter, and it's supposed to send a message that this isn't serious. It is serious. If he said it, which I believe that he did, he would have been better to just own it. Barack Obama wrote a book years ago, and he said what in the book? He tried cocaine and marijuana, and he never touched the stuff again. We never talked about it when he was president after that. If Bernie just owned it, this would disappear. We wouldn't be talking about it 6 days later.
But Bernie, he did the opposite. He's the...
Well, you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of shit. Holy shit, are you full of shit? Like that, I mean, some people are full of shit, but like, you just take being full of shit to brand new heights. Never before have I seen so much shit. Holy shit. So that was the body language expert brought on by MSNBC. You might also know her as the author of the popular Strange as Strange Gets blog, The Daily Sheeple. You sheeple, you. Look at all you sheeple clamoring at the opportunity. I like the sponsors of the Daily Sheeple. The threat is real. Are you ready for a chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear attack? Click here to protect yourself now. She used the Back to the Future defense, one that isn't often used, but that someone actually retroactively hacked into her account, made the posts, and then they just didn't notice them for a long period of time. Joy-Ann Reid on Saturday apologized for her past hurtful remarks to the LGBTQ people following the resurfacing of homophobic blog posts from the mid to late 2000s. The post, for example, suggested, without much, if any, evidence, that Tom Cruise, Karl Rove, Chief Justice John Roberts' son are gay. Other posts made derogatory remarks about gay people, claiming that most straight people cringe at the sight of two men kissing, and that adult gay men tend to be attracted to very young, post-pubescent types. One post acknowledged, "Does that make me homophobic?" Probably. Well, I mean, at least you're honest. These are different from the previous blog posts that Reid apologized for in December of 2017. In those past posts, Reid wrote that then Florida Governor Chris Christie was gay. Joy Reid addresses the homophobic blog posts. "I genuinely do not believe I wrote those hateful things."
Good morning and welcome to AM Joy.
Oh, and by the way, why am I doing a character assassination right now? I mean, shouldn't we really be talking about the person who was the body expert who claimed that Bernie Sanders is lying because he's a turtle? We're going to get to that. In the meantime, let me have this. It's cathartic for me, you see. I know it's not journalism, but this isn't a journalistic show. This is an opinion piece. I'm a piece of human garbage, and I'm going to enjoy the character assassination that I'm about to engage in. It's petty, it's childish, it's not becoming, it's gauche, all of the above, sure. But in the meantime,
a community that I support and that I deeply care about is hurting because of some despicable and truly offensive posts being attributed to me. I genuinely do not believe I wrote those hateful things because they are completely alien to me.
So here's the two possibilities. One, she, who had already written homophobic posts before and apologized for the homophobic posts in which she did call Chris Christie gay. So she confessed to that. And the alternative is that she didn't write the other homophobic blog posts and that someone else hacked into an unknown blogger's account because at the time she wasn't known, and then retroactively changed her words. So that's one possibility. Or the person actually did it from the future and then traveled through time, bending the laws of space and physics in order to achieve this kind of character assassination of, again, an unknown media personality. Or option 3, it actually was her who wrote the same words. There's the first alarm bell. The Daily Sheeple, of course, her esteemed blog for those in the know, if you want to understand why we are living in a cartoon land. Our staff has spent the better part of the last decade helping to inform the public about breaking news, global developments. Oh, I apologize. I know. I should do this properly. Yes, I know. Put on the voice. Do the. I know. I'm sorry. All right. I'll get into character, Dad. Just hold on, puppy. All right. I got you. It's going to be great. Trust me. Yeah, here we go. Our staff has spent the better part of the last decade helping to inform the public about breaking news, global developments, and trend forecasts. We believe strongly in the First Amendment as a tool for open discourse to effect real change on a local, national, and global level. In the age of information, things happen fast, and our readers have been instrumental in helping us get to where we are today. Oh, God, how do you speak like that all the time? Well, no, he speaks more like, oh, so much information happening depends on you. The citizen's journalist as the first line of offense against tyranny. We are the fourth estate, a new press for the new era. I stand for the flag. I kneel for the cross. Brought to you by the Daily Sheeple. So if you want to get your I stand for the flag and I kneel for the cross, make sure to check out the Daily Sheeple. Home, a body language expert. New York Times bestselling author and award-winning keynote speaker Janine Driver spent over 16 years as a federal law enforcement officer within the Department of Justice and now shares her people reading skills in a fun, engaging, and memorable way with corporate titans from Salesforce to P&G to Lockheed Martin to Coca-Cola to Kronos to ADP to Comcast and more. Wow. I mean, basically, if you've got a boot that needs licking, do we have a tongue for you?
Just one more question on this. Do you think that female candidates have a different experience running for president than you? And do you think that gender is still an obstacle for female politicians?
Look, the answer is yes, but I think...
Of course it is. We live in a patriarchal society. The majority of politicians, the majority of the world leaders, the majority of monarchs across the board are men. The majority of the richest individuals on the planet Earth, CEOs, are men, often white males, old white men. We live in a patriarchal society. There would be a larger hurdle to overcome. I think not acknowledging that would be far more bizarre.
I think everybody has their own sets of problems. All right, I'm 78 years of age. That's a problem. There are a lot of people who say, well, I like Bernie. He's a nice guy, but he's 78 years of age. All right, so we have to argue, please look at the totality of who I am.
He's saying he experiences ageism, another form of discrimination. Other people experience ableism, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny. There's many different forms of discrimination. If he's acknowledging that sexism exists in this system, how is that making him sexist? He's calling out sexism.
Did you enjoy what you just watched and now crave more nectar of the damned?
Did you know that if you're watching on YouTube, you're only getting half the Surfy experience? We upload all of our content commercial and censorship-free to our Patreon. Due to the general demonetization of our videos, we now upload half of our original content directly to those who can help us produce this show. Want even more nectar than that? Well, come join us at twitch.tv/TheSerfsTV, where we do weekly live streams, debates, interviews, AMAs, and more. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can help support our show 100% free by subscribing to our Twitch channel. So come join us, be merry, and know that your support is helping us do great things. Like pay rent and eat. We would first and foremost like to thank our god, Nicholas Marks. We worship at your temple. We would like to thank our monarch, Elsie Hupp. Your generosity has made this entire thing possible. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, and Michaela Schmidt. You are the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Surf Table, Paul Parfit, Daniel Kahn, Fair Tahan, Clement Chutzkoff, Schizosaurus, Josh Mickelson, Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andre Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bith, Terry, Todd Buckingham, Jed Lewis, Todd Lajeunesse.